You ever notice how a man who's secretly feelin' you don't come right out and say it? No, he ain't bold with it like that. He ain't confessin' nothin' on a rooftop, yellin' your name in the rain with flowers and a boombox. Nah, he's quiet with it, low key but consistent. That's the difference. A man who's got something for you but ain't ready to say it out loud. He'll show up no big declarations, no love letters. Just there, always there. Now listen, ladies, we're grown. We don't fall for just words anymore. We fall for patterns, and if you pay close attention, a man's pattern will always tell on him. When a man is secretly attracted to you, he finds a reason any reason to be around. He'll say it's nothing, like, hey, just checking in, or I was passing by your area, or the classic, I forgot to send you that link. Come on now. Who forgets to send a link and remembers it at midnight? He'll be all in your space, but try, in real hard not to make it obvious. He'll offer to help you move a couch, help you fix your Wi-Fi. He's suddenly a tech expert, a handyman, a therapist, and a part-time chef all in one. But if you ask him what's going on, he'll act like he's just being nice. No, that ain't just nice. That's a man test, in the waters without getting wet. See, some men operate on that let me be around her without scaring her off energy. He don't want to spook you, so he's subtle, but his presence is not random, it's intentional. He may not say he likes you, but he'll make sure he don't miss your birthday. He may not call you baby, but he'll remember that your cousin's wedding stressed you out last week. He may not be posting about you, but he's checking your stories like they on Netflix. Let me tell you something, men don't just check in. On women they don't care about. They don't magically remember how you like your coffee or which part of the office makes you anxious. A man who keeps popping up in your day without being asked, who always seems to know when you need a laugh or a little support, he ain't doing that out of boredom. That's investment sweetheart, silent, undercover, emotionally cautious investment. But I get it, I do. It's confusing because you're sitting there like, if you like me, then just say Wyatt. But he's scared of rejection, scared of not measuring up, scared you're already talking to someone else. Scared that if he speaks it, he'll lose the safe little spot he's carved out next to you. So instead, he hides behind convenience. That man ain't casual, he's calculated. He might not tell his boys about you. He might not slide into your DM with hearts and kisses, but when your car broke down, he was the one who came. When your mom got sick, he was the first one to check in. When your day was trash, he sent you a meme that made you laugh out loud. That's presence, that's energy, that's him saying, I see you, without saying the words. But here's the catch, don't confuse access with intention. Just because he's always around doesn't mean he's ready. You hear me? A man can be present in your life and still be unavailable in his spirit. You gotta ask yourself, is he here to build, or is he here to borrow comfort? And that's why your emotions can start feeling cloudy. You're not sure if you're imagining things. You're not sure if you're reading too deep. And now suddenly you're the one who's anxious, overthinking, second, guessing, like why do I care so much if he ain't said nothing? But girl, it's because you feel it. You feel the attention, the care, the little sparks that ain't been named yet. That's why it messes with you. Let me give you the truth, you deserve a man who don't make you decode affection. Who don't keep showing up silently, expecting you to play translator for his emotions. You don't need to beg nobody to be brave with their heart. You are not a puzzle to be solved in silence. You are a woman to be chosen out loud, on purpose, and with clarity. Now, if that man ain't ready to do that, then don't sit around waiting on him to get bold. Life is too short for maybe love. Let him keep showing up for you while you keep showing up for yourself. Because one day, the right one won't just be there, he'll let you know why. And when he does, baby, you won't have to wonder. You ever been around a man who don't say much, but his eyes won't stop talking? I mean, the brother ain't opened his mouth, but somehow you already know asterisk everything asterisk he's feeling. That's because when a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes become the loudest thing in the room. And you gotta learn to trust what ain't being said just as much as what asterisk is asterisk. See, a man who's feeling you but ain't said it yet. He's watching you closely, not in a creepy way. I ain't talking about stalker energy. I'm talking about admiration from a distance, respect from the sidelines. He looks at you like you're the sun too bright to touch, but impossible to ignore. That man is asterisk studying asterisk you, and let me tell you something, that gaze don't lie. You'll be talking to a group of people, and you just feel it. You feel eyes on you, you glance over and yep, there he is, caught in the act. But instead of looking away fast, he holds it just a second longer than he should. And in that second, he done told you a whole story. That right there, that's attraction. That's curiosity. That's him thinking about things he ain't got the guts to say just yet. His body language follows his eyes. He leans in when you talk, even if you're just friends. He faces you when he don't have to. His eyebrows lift when you laugh, and his smile shows up before you even get to the punchline. You ever tell a joke and look at asterisk him asterisk first to see if he got it, and he already smilin' like he's been waitin' on your laugh? That ain't random. That's chemistry. That's connection that hasn't found its words yet. He'll do that thing, you know, the one where he looks at you like he's trying to memorize your face, like you're a moment he don't wanna forget. That's not just attraction, that's emotional gravity. And sometimes that's stronger than any compliment he could throw your way. 'Cause compliments can be rehearsed, but asterisk eyes don't rehearse, they reveal. But here's where it gets tricky, when you start picking up on that energy, and he still don't say nothing. Now you feel like you out here decoding hieroglyphics. You're like, asterisk, why he look at me like that, but then act cool 5 minutes later. Asterisk or asterisk, he stared so deep in my soul just now, but all he said was you good, asterisk, and now you're second, guessing everything. But let me tell you something, you're not crazy, you're asterisk perceptive asterisk. What you're feeling is real, but don't let it drive you to overanalyze. Sometimes that look means he's fighting a battle between asterisk wanting asterisk you and asterisk fearing asterisk what that means. And until he figures that out, he's gonna keep speaking with his eyes instead of his mouth. And that's where you gotta be careful, because feelings that ain't spoken can still shake your peace. You start hoping his eyes will turn into action. You sit there thinking maybe, just maybe, he's finally gonna say something next time. And next time becomes next week, next month. Meanwhile, he's still looking at you like you hung the moon, but never telling you what that look means. And baby, that's emotional limbo. You deserve to live in clarity, not confusion dressed up like attention. You gotta remember that a man who's truly ready for you won't just look at you like you matter. He'll asterisk tell asterisk you. He'll speak it, he'll claim it. Ain't nothing wrong with a man being nervous or unsure, we all been there, but if he's been catching feelings for months and still ain't spoken up, that's not just quiet, that's hesitation. And your heart is too valuable to be stuck waiting on someone else's courage to arrive. So don't let the beauty of a man's eyes talking keep you from noticing his silence elsewhere, if all he's offering is glances and vibes but no action. That's a sign too, because interest is sweet, but intention is what leads to love, and love don't hide behind eye contact. Love steps forward. Love asterisk declares asterisk itself. So yeah, when a man's secretly into you, you'll see it in his eyes, but don't fall in love with potential. Fall in love with proof. You ever met a man who acts like he your bodyguard, your life coach, and your biggest fan all at once, but swears up and down y'all just cool? He don't say he like you, he ain't made a move. But let somebody say something sideways about you, and watch how fast he show up. He not your man, but he act like he got a stake in your peace. That's because when a man is secretly attracted to you, he protects what he hasn't even claimed yet. He watches your life like it's a house he's not allowed in, but he's still guarding the front door. He's not trying to date you, at least not officially, but let somebody else try and get close to you. Here come the questions. Who's that dude in your comments? You really going out with him? And it's always dressed up in concern. But baby, that ain't just concern. That's territorial energy. That's quiet jealousy wearing a neutral face. You ever see how he gets a little weird when you tell him about another man? He tries to keep it cool, but his whole vibe shifts. One minute he's joking around, next minute he's analyzing this new guy like he got a background check folder in his head. That's because he sees you as his asterisk in his mind. He just hasn't had the courage or the timing to say it out loud. So he steps in not as your man, but as your protector. But here's the thing, protection without commitment. That's emotional squatting. That man living in a space he won't even sign a lease for. But let's be real for a second. It ain't always toxic. Sometimes it's actually sweet. That quiet care. That man showing up to walk you to your car just in case. That man making sure you eat, checking if you made it home safe. That's attraction wrapped in responsibility. He may not know how to express what he feels, but he knows enough to make sure you're all right. That's a man who feels something deeper, even if his words haven't caught up yet. See, when a man is into you and hasn't said it, he starts to take responsibility for your well-being. It's not official, but in his mind, he already assigned himself a role. He'll give you advice like he's your personal consultant. He'll get frustrated if you're being treated poorly by somebody else. You think you're venting to a friend, but that man is hearing it like, how dare anybody hurt her? Because in his world, your hurt feels personal. But here's the danger. You get comfortable with the care and forget you're still waiting on the clarity. You start thinking, well, maybe he does feel something. Maybe he's just nervous. And while you overhear reading between the lines, he's sitting comfortably in your life, enjoying all the benefits of emotional closeness without ever having to step up. Let me tell you something, protection is beautiful. But it means more when it's connected to purpose. If he's stepping in every time you cry, every time you're tired, every time life hits you hard, but he still won't say what you mean to him, then that ain't leadership. That's lingering, and your heart is not a place for somebody to maybe love you someday. Don't let that kind of loyalty fool you into waiting. 'Cause here's what happens. You start feeling obligated to stay loyal back. You think, well, he's always been there for me, so maybe I owe him something. No, you don't. You owe yourself clarity. You owe yourself a relationship where the protection comes with intention. A relationship where the care isn't a guessing game, it's a promise. That man can mean well. He can be a good guy. But if he's not brave enough to step out from the shadows and say, hey, I care about you more than just a friend, then you gotta be brave enough to say, well, until you do, I need space to find someone who will. Because protection without commitment can start to feel like being emotionally held hostage. He ain't hurting you, but he ain't freeing you either. You deserve someone who's not afraid to claim what they care about. Somebody who doesn't just guard your heart like it's valuable, but says, that's mine and I'll honor it. Because being cared for in secret can feel good for a little while, but being loved out loud, that's where peace lives. You ever notice how a man gets real quiet when another man steps into the picture? I mean, you could be talking to someone new, just friendly, just light conversation, and suddenly, he's acting brand new. He ain't saying much, but his energy done shifted. He looking at his phone, pretending he don't care, but his whole mood dropped like somebody cancelled his weekend plans. See, when a man is secretly attracted to you, One of the biggest giveaways is how he reacts when somebody else tries to shine a little light your way. Jealousy don't need no announcement. It walks into the room wearing silence. He could have been chillin' all night, laughin', crackin' jokes, vibbin', but the second another man compliments you, the second somebody calls you beautiful in front of him or even gives you a little too much attention, boom, it's like his internal temperature done changed. He's still smilin', but it ain't the same smile. It's tighter now. He tryin' to keep it together, but you can see it. His ego just got nudged, not bruised, just nudged. Enough to make him feel that internal itch that says, asterisk, I thought I had more time. Asterisk now, he won't say nothin' wild, he'll play it cool, he might even joke about it. Oh, that guy, he don't even look like your type. He'll disguise that jealousy as comedy. But don't let the jokes fool you. That man just got a reality check, because even though he never told you how he felt, somewhere deep down he assumed you were emotionally parked. He thought his presence, his care, his consistency was enough to keep the world away. But here's the thing, consistency without clarity breeds assumptions, and assumptions lead to shock when the real world shows up with options. He's gonna start reevaluating how close you two really are. Suddenly, he's bringing up little things from the past. Remember that time we went out to eat, just us. Like he Trina remind you, asterisk, hey, we had a thing, right? Even if we never said it, it meant something. Right, asterisk, and maybe it did, but he never spoke on it. And now that somebody else is doing what he's been too afraid to do, see your worth and say it. He don't know what to do with that feeling. That jealousy shows up not because he doesn't care, but because he does. Problem is, he cared quietly, and now someone else is speaking loudly. So what does he do? He might start checking in more. He might get more attentive. He'll send more texts, call more often. But not because he suddenly woke up. It's because he feels the pressure of possibly losing something he never fully claimed. And sometimes that pressure ain't love, it's pride. Now, let me be real with you. Some of y'all see that shift and start feeling bad. You start second, guess, in the new guy start thinking, asterisk, well maybe I should wait. He's acting jealous now, maybe that means he's finally gonna step up. Asterisk, but let me tell you something, jealousy is not a promise. It's a reaction. It don't mean he's ready. It just means he ain't prepared to see you move on. And that right there is where your peace gets tested. 'Cause when someone's been floating in your life without definition, and suddenly they show emotion, your heart gets confused. It starts to hope that maybe this moment is the turning point. Maybe now he'll speak. Maybe now he'll choose. But baby, if a man only shows you he wants you when he thinks he's losing you, that's not love. That's fear dressed as effort. Don't fall for that kind of panic pursuit. If he couldn't find the courage to be clear when your heart was available, don't reward him just because he got shaken when somebody else saw your shine. That's not romance, that's regret, and you ain't meant to be anybody's wake-up call. You are not here to serve as a reminder of what they should have said. You are here to be loved completely, confidently, and without conditions. So yeah, his jealousy might feel flattering, might even make you smile a little, but don't let that smile turn into a setback, because real love doesn't just get jealous. It gets honest, it steps forward. It claims what it values before the competition ever shows up. Now let's talk about something that most folks don't like to admit when a man is secretly attracted to you. Sometimes he don't act cool and smooth. He don't come with the charm and the clever lines. Nah, sometimes he gets awkward, real awkward. I'm talking about fumbling over his words, forget in what he was about to say, acting nervous around you like you're a pop quiz he forgot to study for. And that right there, that awkwardness, that's the truth showing up in disguise. See, when a man really feels something for a woman, and I mean something deep, something that's been quietly building, it shakes up his normal behavior. Around everybody else, he's confident, he's collected, but when you walk in, his whole energy shifts. He starts second, guessing himself. You ask him a simple question, and now he's stuttering like English just became his second language. That ain't nerves from weakness. That's nerves from asterisk meaning. Asterisk because when you matter to a man, even if he ain't said it out loud, he becomes scared to mess it up. That's why he can talk to every other woman with ease, but with you, he either talking too much or not at all. He ain't trying to be weird, but he's in his head the whole time. He's thinking, asterisk, what should I say? Does she like me back? Am I reading too much into this? Asterisk, and all that thinking. That's what makes him act out of character. Some women see that and think, asterisk, he must not be interested. He barely talks when I'm around. Asterisk, but baby, don't confuse silence for disinterest. Sometimes silence is just a heart that's too loud to control. That man's heart is beating in his chest like it's trying to knock on the inside of his ribs and say something before it's too late. But he don't know how to move. He don't know how to transition from admiration to action. You ever notice how he might randomly compliment you on the smallest thing? Like, not the usual stuff people notice, but that real personal detail, your laugh, your focus, the way you handle pressure. That's not a recycled compliment. That's a man who's been paying attention longer than you think. But the awkward part, he says it in the weirdest moment. You're like, why you bringin' that up now? Because in his mind, he's trying to connect without revealing too much. But the feeling is already leaking out. And let's not forget how clumsy his timing can be. You might be in the middle of a serious conversation, and here he go trying to make you laugh, like he can't handle the weight of the moment. Or he might disappear for a day or two after y'all had a good connection, not because he's playing games, but because he's overwhelmed by what he's feeling and don't know what to do with it. That kind of awkwardness comes from emotion he ain't ready to face. But here's the part I need you to hear. Just because a man is awkward around you, don't mean you need to wait on him to grow into his confidence. It's okay to recognize the signs and still hold your standards. It's okay to acknowledge his nervous energy without lowering your expectations. Because love, real love, might start with awkwardness, but it can't stay there. At some point, it's got to evolve into action. Into clarity, into asterisk words. Asterisk, a man can like you all day long in silence. He can feel everything: desire, respect, admiration, even love. But if he never steps up and says it, then you're left guessing. And life is too short for you to sit around decoding feelings that never get confirmed. That awkward energy might be charming for a while. It might make you feel seen, even a little special. But unless he grows through that, you'll stay stuck in the middle, not quite together, not quite apart. So yes, pay attention to how he acts differently around you. See the way he stumbles over his confidence, the way he overthinks his presence, the way his nervous laughter gives away what his mouth won't say. That's all real. That's all part of the story. But don't let it be the whole asterisk story, because attraction without expression is just emotion with no destination. At the end of the day, you deserve a love that speaks up, even if it starts off a little shaky. Let's talk about time, because when a man is secretly attracted to you, you'll notice something funny: he always makes time for you. I don't care how busy his schedule looks, how hectic his life is, or how many things he's got going on. When it comes to you suddenly the man is available. Suddenly the hours rearrange themselves. He's checking in, popping up, offering to help you move furniture, carry groceries, fix something that ain't even broke yet, all just to be near you. He'll say, I was just in the area, but come on now, ain't nobody just conveniently in the area every time your car needs gas and your soul needs company. That's not coincidence. That's commitment in camouflage. See, when a man really feels something for a woman but ain't ready or brave enough to say it yet, he'll try to speak with his actions, and nothing speaks louder than where a man invests his time. He could be tired, he could have a million other things pulling at him, But if you call, he's coming. He'll find a reason to linger. He might not say, "I like you," but he's showing up like somebody who already does. And look, this ain't about him doing some big romantic gesture like he in a movie. No, it's the subtle things. You call him late at night 'cause something's on your mind. He picks up. You mention you had a rough day. He shows up with takeout. You need help with something you didn't even realize was a problem. He's already on the way. That's not just friendship. That's interest dressed up as support. But let me tell you what's tricky about that kind of attention. It makes your heart believe something's happening when your mind ain't got no confirmation. You start thinking, well, if he keeps showing up like this, he must feel something, right? And chances are he does. But if he's not saying it, then you're the one left filling in the blanks. That's where it gets dangerous. 'Cause time feels like love even when it isn't labeled. You ever heard that saying, people make time for what they want? That's the truth. A man that ain't interested will hit you with the "I've been busy" line like it's his job. But a man who's got feelings for you, even if he's scared, even if he ain't figured it out yet, will show up again and again. And every time he does, he's sending a message. But here's the question. Is it the message you really need? 'Cause attention without intention is a slow heartbreak. It feels sweet in the moment, but it's sour in the long run. And if you're not careful, you'll mistake his time for his decision, and those ain't the same thing. Just because he's always around doesn't mean he's ready to stay. Just because he shows up doesn't mean he'll step up. And you gotta be wise enough to know the difference. Sometimes he don't even know he's doing it. Sometimes that man is genuinely caught between his feelings and his fear. He's drawn to you, he feels safe with you. You make him laugh, make him think, make him feel whole in ways he don't even understand, yet so he keeps showing up, thinking maybe he'll figure it out along the way. But that's not your responsibility to wait for. You are not a trial run for a man who can't speak his truth. So yes, it feels good to have someone always there. It feels good to know that when you call, he answers. When you're low, he lifts you. When you're lost, he helps you find your way. But love, real love, isn't just about presence. It's about purpose. It's about a man who doesn't just give you his time, but gives you his truth. Who doesn't just show up, but shows you where you stand. And until he can do that, you owe it to yourself to step back and ask, what am I really receiving here? Is it love, or is it comfort? Is it devotion? Or is it delay because you can't build a future on maybe? You can't build a life with someone who's still building up the courage to claim you. Don't let time become your trap. Let it be your teacher. Because the man who truly wants you not just around, but as his won't just keep showing up in the background. He'll step forward, he'll speak up, and he'll show you exactly why he's been making time all along.